Hi guys, this is the third part of my explanation how I go about learning foreign languages. An update because the first video was made for ZoCuties about how to manage time. I think already a while back, like maybe 7 months back or 1 year. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, now I explain to you how to manage time and how to go about learning a language. Have a good accent if you want to. If you don't want to, it's weird. Okay. Okay. And then what I said, I listened 15 times to the recording ASML, and then I read, and then I repeat each sentence, and I read over and over, over and over, over and over. I will read 15 times the same text so that I know how to put the words together. And ASML is adapted to beginner level, so it will teach you, let's say, formal language, but when you go to advanced lessons, it will teach you also uh, informal conversations. And then personally, I don't do the exercises in SML because you always have, okay, like this. You have one side Japanese, one side English, and then one side Japanese, one side English. This is like the 10th lesson, and then you have Denshu. It means exercises. The first exercises are just sentences, and you should translation. You should The exercise is to translate the Japanese sentence to your mother tongue. But I don't do this. I just read over and over the Japanese sentence and I get the meaning here because at the initial stage I don't need to translate. I need to get some input. And then the second exercise is to fill in the blanks. I don't do this because I don't like it. You have to do what you like when it comes to learn languages. You don't have to force yourself to do an exercise. If you don't like it, you don't do it. And then I completed the first SML book, and after 3 months, and I could not speak Japanese. Speaking Japanese actually takes a lot of time, a lot of efforts, maybe 200 hours of you have to it's a big commitment to learn Japanese because if your language is not Korean, or if you don't know Korean or Chinese, well, Chinese will help you with the script, and Korean will help you for the grammar because Korean grammar is similar to Japanese grammar, but Chinese grammar is similar to English, not similar to Japanese. Okay, let's talk about. Okay, I complete Asimil first and second. Actually, I didn't do the second book until later, but let's say you complete the first one, you complete the second one, and you want to know after what are you gonna do. Well, Japanese is a challenging language, and after Asimil, it's not enough. You're at upper beginner stage. You can form some sentences, but you are not sure about speaking. You are not confident. So you still need input. The main thing is you don't need to speak right away. You want to use all opportunities to practice what you learn, but having conversations will come after. And then, okay, when you finish this, when you finish basic courses like SML, you will take intermediate courses. I took this very good intermediate book from I don't know if you can read kanji. It says Nobuko Mizutani. Nobuko Mizutani. It's 総合日本語、中級から小級から中級へ. It means Japanese language from beginner to intermediate. Okay, so you will use this to bridge the gap of knowledge, and this book is very good. It has, as I always says, it has a text. It was very complicated, but okay. It has a text with vocabulary and also conversations about the text, so you know exactly how to use vocabulary and sentence structures you learned in the book. And until now I didn't study the grammar, okay? And you will, when you spend a lot of time with the language, you will feel the grammar. You will know how to conjugate verbs. You are not sure yet, but you will know, because a lot of exposure will let you know how to put things together. This is the book to pass from beginner levels to intermediate level, and then you have the intermediate, the same but intermediate level is also from Nobuko Mizutani, and you will use this book and go over Texas exercises, the same system. Listen 15 times to each recording and try to read it at least 10 times each text, and those readings have to be spaced in time, like every day twice or something like this. And then you finish intermediate courses, but you still want to get a better level. And what you're gonna do is buy you want to learn a language from boring ways to funny ways. And funny ways, it means to enjoy the language. For example, I will take Japanese. Okay, I have an intermediate level, but I don't really know how people speak every day, because those books are made for foreigners. Actually, it's like a formal way of speaking. And then if you want to know how to use the language like every day a Japanese would use it, you should use YouTube. And on YouTube, you will search for motivation. Yeah, I searched a lot for motivation on YouTube. I saw a lot of Americans speaking fluently Japanese, or Canadians, or Europeans, French, or Korean speaking Japanese very good. So I got a lot of motivation and a lot of input by listening. And then, okay, when you get a confident level and you want to practice, you're ready, and you want to go to Skype and chat with native speakers or people who are fluent at it. I spoke with Hyunu-san in Japanese, and it was very good. And I helped him for French. He helped me for Japanese, and then yeah, you wanna also use dramas for Japanese or Chinese or Korean. And you listen to dramas, and you have a context. You always have a context, a story, so you can remember the words, and you don't have to care about grammar until this stage. And then you will use a very interesting. This is what I use. It's a magazine, a Japanese magazine, where it's like intermediate to advanced Japanese, and you always have English and Japanese, so that Japanese can learn English, and English native speakers can learn Japanese. And I use this. This is very good. I recommend this to you if you learn Japanese hiragana times. It's like a very interesting subject, topics, and you can learn a lot from Japanese culture. And then I also use this book. This is Read Real Japanese, and this is real essays, short stories in Japanese. Like now, currently I will learn. Yeah, I will learn. You know, you know Yoshimoto Banana. You know Yoshimoto Banana. I'm using her texts, and this is dual bilingual books. Here a side in English. Here a side in Japanese. This book, read real Japanese at advanced level. So what you're gonna do with dual books, I will post another video about how to learn in dual books, bilingual books. Okay, thank you for listening.